Let's try again. I've never had so much trouble making a video in my life. What you're hearing in the background is Vladimir Putin singing at a children's cancer benefit in St. Petersburg that he made in 2010. And you're going to hear it come in and out because the video is being interfered with by the Jesuits. In the meanwhile, I'm going to read some correspondence between myself, Brent Spiner, and Vladimir Putin through my email. Let's see if I can get through this one with less Jesuit interference. September 24th, 2011. My most sexual lover, Gail. I have waited so long to reach out contact to you. I had to go silent because we were hunting Jesuit bitches. The Jesuit clone, evil Brent Spiner, was sneaky bad and make the clothes of the real Brent Spiner YouTube. He also wanted to kill, so he was very ugly bad. We covertly tracked a group of Jesuit bitches and Hugh Jackman hide in ice cream to shoot evil Brent clone in head. That was an ice cream truck. To shoot evil Brent's clone in head with bullet from very large gun. Hugh Jackman is almost as manly as Vladimir, no? I must tell you that the Jesuits' bitches who were involved in training evil clone are led by a very fat Jesuit woman named Sarah Avery. She is very fat. Now that we have killed this evil clone and exposed the fat Jesuit woman, I can open communicate again. It has been too long without you, amazing sexy. I long for more like the aching love that burned deep inside my manhood to place in you. For security, I no longer play you sexy videos in all rooms of house, but instead keep treasure of your nude in vault. Every night, however, I remove videos and watch my love while release my pent up. I must now go fight the Jesuits' enemy. This is long battle, and that Jesuit bitch will not expect what will happen. Please keep me in prayer. You love is make me strong and sexual. Vladimir Putin. He's talking about the nude videos of myself that he played around his house in every room of his house before the Quebec trial. But his fake wife, Ludmila, who I think he's legally married to, but that he's never had sex with, and that he was conned into through Jesuit President Bush back in 2001. She stole the video and gave it to Jesuit Laurie McBride, who distastefully presented the nude videos at the Quebec trial. She showed me nude before the world without my permission. And that video was only meant for Brent and Vladimir. It was not meant for the whole world to see. So that's why Vladimir Putin no longer plays my nude videos in every room of his house, but only in a place that's in a place where Ludmila can't get to it. Vladimir's first wife was named Larissa. She died in 2000, early 2000, right before he became Russian president. And he was conned by the Jesuits into taking Ludmila Putin to parade around as the woman that he married in 1983. But she's not the woman that he married in 1983. From Brent to Gail, September 24, 2011. I have been reading my Bible over and over again ever since that phone call. Oh, those Jesuits are attacking me. Who is this fat Jesuit woman? Her name is Sarah Avery. Vladimir is investigating her as we speak. I am worried for you. He says he is tracking... Come on, God, don't let them win. He says he is tracking her every move at this point. So if she calls you, he will know about it right away. And he will know her precise location. I feel a little safer knowing how much control he potentially has over this situation. He is so manly. I will resume reading my Bible before bed. I can't believe how soothing it is. Of course, nothing compares to the tingle of the caresses I feel as you hold and stroke me to sleep, my love. May I have more tonight, please, your husband, Brent Spiner. That was a Jesuit attack right there. They're able to get into my throat and give me cough spasms using their satellite technology. And I felt them attempt to do a switch out on me with my clone, but it has never worked so far. Because the Holy Spirit holds me, and they can't do the switch out. For more on that, view my second video in my 4-part series about the Quebec trial. You can also look at my online correspondence at gabrielchana.com. Okay, so that was from Brent Spiner. May I have more tonight, please? Your husband, Brent Spiner. September 24th, 2011. Dear Vladimir, if all I can have is brain-to-brain loving for life, so be it. Boy, am I getting a lot of interference. So be it. I won't settle for anything less than my 2 manly heroes. It is thrilling to make love to such courageous and heroic men who are also brilliant and can understand all the crevices of my mind and soul. I just want to thank you for all the beauty and manliness you've brought to my life. I fell in love with your heroic and daring face, and you are my hero. Thank you so much for saving Brent with Hugh Jackman. I am so proud of all the men on my marriage list, but it seems the top 5, Brent Spiner, you, Vladimir, Matthew McConaughey, Gerard Butler, and Hugh Jackman, are so full of heroism and valor that I am proud, so proud of you all. I throb with desire for my heroic, manly, and sexy men. Devotedly yours, Gail. September 25th, 2011. Dear Vladimir, I know Brent will forward this to you. So you have decided to run again for president. I am certain you will be elected because of my conspiracy law, which you have installed in Russia. I know that despite what everyone says about you, that you take this job so that you can protect me and freedom and continue to have a strong position to fight the Jesuits. I know that you are not a power-hungry man, and have always, that's Vladimir singing in the background for me. You hear him? And have always taken on this job despite all the pressures you face and the garbage you put up with, especially in your personal life with the Ludmila charade that was forced upon him by Jesuit President Bush. Like I said earlier, his real wife's name was Larissa. She died in 2000, right before he became Russian president. And then I came into his life in September 2001. Shortly after I came into his life, Ludmila was forced upon him by Jesuit President Bush. And he hasn't been able to, well, he's tried. He's never wanted her. And he's never gone to bed with her. The woman that he married in 1983 died in 2000. Ludmila is not the woman he married in 1983. And her name was not Ludmila. Her name was Larissa. Anyways, back to this. And all the pressures you face and the garbage you put up with, especially in your personal life with the Ludmila charade, to promote freedom, justice, and to fight evil monsters from taking over the earth. For this you have my utmost respect and my utmost support and love. As I supported you before when you were president, I will support you again. You have always asked my input to help you with your job, even though I have told you from the beginning that I only wanted to be your lover. The greatest way I can support you is to give you passion in bed. And I'm sure Brent will not mind sharing you with me, because you are responsible for saving Brent's life time and time again. Thank you so much for doing this. The greatest way I can support you is to nurture you as a man, which I love to do, because you are my hero, the president of my heart, whose face full of valor and heroism caught my eye in 2001, and what I saw in that face has been true. For as a head of state, you are courageous, brilliant, hardworking, and tireless in your passion for freedom and a better world. Go to my website, gabrielchana.com, GabrielleChana.com, and go to my website entitled Laurie McBride's Treachery, and then go to the very bottom of that page and view the video and poem I wrote for you in 2002. I still feel that way about you. You are my hero, my climber of mountaintops, my masculine and daring pioneer, the greatest head of state in the world. But more important than that, you are an awesome man, manly, courageous, and yet a tender and passionate lover. You have always been a thrilling and daring lover, and have brought such passion and sublimity to me in the brain-to-brain bedroom. You thrill me in bed, your excited lover and wife, Gail Chord. September 26, 2011. Dear Brent, My website shows how I've integrated my Christianity into the nitty-gritty of my life, and I encourage you and all the men on my marriage list to live in my website, especially because I've learned that you all are limited to transporter technology to get from one place to another, and that all places you visit are strictly monitored for your protection. I'm so glad I created my website because you can take it with you anywhere you go. Let's put Vladimir back on again. Oh, that's if I can get it to go. Because you can take it with you anywhere you go. Oh, their Jesuits are causing so much trouble. It's unbelievable. 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 Come on, God. Come on, God. Come on, God. Unbelievable. I can't even get my pictures to come up. Come on, God. This is to Brent, September 26, 2011. My website shows how I've integrated my Christianity into the nitty-gritty of my life, and I encourage you and all the men on my marriage list to live in my website, especially because I've learned that you all are limited to transporter technology to get from one place to another, and that all places you visit are strictly monitored for your protection. I'm so glad I created my website because you can take it with you anywhere you go as long as you have a computer. It's loaded with links to explore and my favorite music, movies, and all else. You could spend your entire day on it, and it sort of makes up for the lack of my physical presence and for the fact that you can't go just anywhere you want and can only go places allowed you by those who transport you places with transporter technology. And of course, you get my brain-to-brain loving as well. My website has links to all my YouTube videos, and I worked very hard on it. I put over a year of work on that website at full-time hours, and I'm constantly updating it. It's Gabrielle, GabrielleChana.com. I consider it my ministry to the men on my marriage list. Stay happy, my dear Brent. I'm so glad you are still here on earth with me, and I have devoted my life to bringing you joy and meeting your needs. Your devoted wife, Gail Chord Schuler. You might say, how can you have two husbands? Well, I haven't gone to bed with either of them. I've only had brain-to-brain loving with them. And even when I make brain-to-brain love with Vladimir Putin, I always end up with Brent Spiner. I finish off with Brent because Brent's number one on my list. The rest of the men on my marriage list I hardly ever have brain-to-brain loving with. I think the last time I had it with anybody else besides Brent or Vladimir has been like 1.5 years ago or longer. But Brent, the way I work it is this. If I ever have actual sex with either Brent or Vladimir, whoever gets me first, that will be my husband. Because I consider, according to the book of Genesis in the Bible, sex is marriage if it's willing and knowing from both parties. So whoever I have it with, that'll be my husband. And then the other one will get brain-to-brain loving. So that's how I'm going to work it. And both Brent and Vladimir have the highest regard for one another, and they like it. Okay, let's hope that this video goes better. Never had such a hard time making a video.